Scary truth about Max Verstappen. In the high-octane world of Formula 1, where precision and bravery define champions, there's one name that has come to dominate conversations: Max Verstappen. Verstappen's dominance has caused some fans, particularly those in the US who started watching the sport in 2020 after the Drive to Survive Netflix series became popular, to lose interest. Since his debut with Toro Rosso in 2015, Verstappen's journey in Formula 1 has been closely watched due to his remarkable talent and driving skills, which were clear from the beginning. But beneath the surface of his meteoric rise, there lies a daunting reality that no one is talking about, a truth that can shake the very foundations of the racing world. A concerning trend. Max Verstappen burst onto the Formula 1 scene at an age when most teenagers are figuring out their next move after high school. At just 17, he made his debut, making him the youngest driver to compete in the sport's history. His audacious driving style quickly made waves, earning both praise and criticism. The Dutch prodigy was not just racing against competitors, he was challenging the norms and expectations of the sport itself. Verstappen's career appears to be a fairy tale on the surface. His triumphs gave him an air of invincibility, especially the ones where he outwitted seasoned veterans. With each race, fans were not just observing a driver, they were seeing what appeared to be Formula 1's future come to pass. But this picture-perfect narrative has a darker, more unnerving side. From 2021 to 2023, Max Verstappen achieved victory in 44 out of 66 races. That's exactly 2/3. While some fans claim this isn't unusual, others strongly disagree. Let's compare it to previous championships. From 2014 to 2020, Lewis Hamilton won 73 out of 138 races, which is 52.8%. Verstappen's win rate is a striking 66.7%, highlighting a significant difference. Now consider Sebastian Vettel's 4 consecutive titles from 2010 to 2013. During that period, Vettel won 34 out of 77 races, giving him a win rate of 44.1%. Now, if we go back further to Michael Schumacher's era of dominance, from 2000 to 2004, Schumacher won 48 out of 85 races, resulting in a win rate of 56.4%. While Verstappen's success isn't entirely new, his winning percentage is unprecedented. If we exclude the 2021 season and focus on the 2 full seasons under the new regulations, Verstappen's win rate jumps to an astonishing 77.2%. This figure makes the achievements of Vettel, Hamilton and Schumacher seem modest in comparison, even though it's based on a smaller number of races. Fearless or reckless, the line blurs. Now, one of the most noticeable aspects of Verstappen's racing style is his unbridled aggression. Verstappen's style is fearless, whether he's squeezing past opponents through apparently impossible gaps or protecting his position with ferocity that leaves little room for compromise. However, opponents contend that this trait is a double-edged sword. Verstappen's daring efforts have crossed the line several times. His battles with Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel and other renowned drivers have resulted in outright collisions rather than close interactions. In a sport where precision and control are essential, Verstappen's high-risk tactics generate serious safety concerns. The 2021 season, the fierce battle between Verstappen and Hamilton, produced some of the most suspenseful moments in recent F1 history, but it also exposed Verstappen's hazardous driving style. The contentious crash at Silverstone, as well as the spectacular episodes in Monza and Brazil, formed a picture of a driver who's not only testing his limits, but also flirting dangerously with them. Strain under pressure. While Verstappen's talent is apparent, it's his mental toughness that frequently steals the show. Racing at 200 miles per hour against the best in the world requires a degree of psychological fortitude that few possess. Verstappen's calm temperament in high-pressure situations is impressive, but there are hints that the continual stress is taking its toll. The pressure to perform, to live up to the legacy he's already established, and to continuously defend against equally hungry opponents is great. In such a setting, mistakes can and do occur. Verstappen is under constant criticism from fans, the media and the sport's regulating bodies. Every move, both on and off the track, is analysed and evaluated. This constant strain can cause fissures in even the most seemingly impenetrable facades. During interviews and press conferences, Verstappen's infrequent flashes of frustration reveal the strain he's under. His confrontations with the media, as well as his sometimes brusque comments, reveal a young guy dealing with great expectations. The concern is not only what occurs hours on the track, but also what this constant strain will do to Verstappen's mental health in the long run. What most spectators don't see is the painstaking and often laborious preparation that goes into each race. Verstappen's training program is strenuous, requiring a level of physical and mental conditioning comparable to that of elite competitors in any sport. This invisible element of his profession is one of unwavering sacrifice and vigilance. Verstappen's lifestyle exemplifies total discipline. Diet, exercise, and race analytics dominate his waking hours. Travel, continual jet lag, the need to adjust to multiple time zones and climates, all of these factors lead to an ongoing state of exhaustion and stress. It's a lifestyle that prioritizes racing over anything else. Can it be taken out of Verstappen's hands? Predicting the future is always tricky, but it helps to consider any major changes that might shake things up. It's tough to imagine Red Bull and Verstappen not being strong contenders for the championship in 2024 and 2025, so there's a good chance they could win 2 more titles. However, if stronger competitors emerge, the fight for the title could become much closer, making the outcome uncertain. Looking ahead to 2026, there's a significant question mark. This isn't due to new regulations, but because Red Bull Powertrains will be creating its own in-house power unit for the first time. This is a big unknown. We know Red Bull has invested heavily in top talent and state-of-the-art facilities, but starting a new organization and developing technology from scratch, even with a deep understanding of how Honda operates, is a massive challenge. If anyone can succeed, it's Red Bull, but there's no guarantee that a new, non-manufacturer power unit supplier can make it work in Formula 1. This uncertainty is a big potential hurdle, one that's beyond Verstappen's control. Lack of intra-team competition will sustain his dominance. Verstappen has been outstanding for years, and since Daniel Ricciardo left Red Bull at the end of 2018, no teammate has been able to match him. I don't see this changing anytime soon. Red Bull's dominance is likely to continue until at least 2026, so any potential threat would have to come from within the team. Sergio Perez leaving Red Bull is inevitable, and he won't challenge Verstappen before that happens, nor will his replacement. Even if Ricciardo manages to return to the senior team, he won't be able to compete with Verstappen like he did more than 5 years ago. Verstappen has grown immensely as a driver and has solidified his position within the team, while Ricciardo is not the same driver he once was. Yuki Tsunoda wouldn't pose much of a challenge for Verstappen, and although Liam Lawson has impressed as Ricciardo's stand-in, he seems more like someone who deserves a chance in F1 rather than someone who could beat Verstappen in the future. None of Red Bull's current juniors in Formula 2 or Formula 3 show the potential to be Verstappen-level talent, ready to challenge him in a few years. If Red Bull were to look outside their own pool, the options would remain limited. Even if they brought back Alex Albon, he wouldn't be able to truly challenge Verstappen, although he might perform better than before. McLaren's Lando Norris could be a good competitor, but he's contracted with McLaren until the end of 2025, and his teammate Oscar Piastri is committed for an additional year. There are very few drivers who could realistically challenge Verstappen over a season, and none of them seem to be on Red Bull's radar for a future drive. Therefore, Verstappen is likely to face little to no intra-team competition for quite some time, potentially until the end of his mega contract in 2028. This situation isn't a sign of it being easy for Verstappen, but rather a testament to his exceptional skill and the difficulty of surpassing him within the Red Bull team. The final 2 seasons will be closer. There's not much to indicate that Verstappen will face a tough challenge for the championship during the remainder of this rules cycle. It seems likely that he's already well on his way to securing the 2024 and 2025 titles. While Ferrari, McLaren and Mercedes are acknowledging their mistakes and working to correct them, they have a lot of ground to cover. McLaren's improvement this year has been impressive, and it looks like they might be ready to compete for titles this year and next year. However, remember that Red Bull will continue to progress, so the targets will keep shifting. Eventually, the law of diminishing returns will come into play during this rule cycle. So, although I don't anticipate Verstappen losing a championship before 2026 at the earliest, I don't think he and Red Bull will maintain this level of dominance indefinitely. As the year progresses, we should start to see race wins being distributed more evenly among different teams. Red Bull's challenges. In current Formula One, technology reigns supreme. The sport is defined by the complicated interplay between aerodynamics, tyre management, and real-time data analytics. Verstappen's success is due in part to the technology powerhouses that support him. Red Bull Racing, with its cutting-edge technology and strategic expertise, has played a significant role in Verstappen's success. However, Verstappen's strong reliance on technology begs a worrying question. How much of his brilliance is due to his intrinsic aptitude, and how much is it the result of the gear and team behind him? If the balance shifted, if technology failed, how would Verstappen fare? This reliance on technology results in an unnerving vulnerability. In a sport where margins are razor thin, the very tools that have propelled Verstappen's ascension may one day contribute to his downfall. Red Bull is facing a crucial break period, which will be their last with Adrian Newey, the influential designer known for revolutionizing Formula One car design over the years. Additionally, team principal Christian Horner is currently managing the repercussions of a recent investigation into accusations of inappropriate comments. Despite knowing that they're being challenged and will soon lose key team members, this break represents an opportunity for other teams to step up. McLaren and their driver Norris seem to be the most promising competitors, but the summer break can lead to various outcomes for all teams. The remaining races before the break, particularly the ongoing triple header, are vital for other teams to close the gap with Red Bull before they get a chance to pull ahead again. However, given Red Bull's recent off-track troubles, it's uncertain if they can maintain their leading position. Let's enjoy it while it lasts. It seems like Verstappen's dominance isn't ending anytime soon. Red Bull's main competitors still have a lot to figure out, and Verstappen himself is performing on a completely different level compared to other drivers. So let's enjoy it while it lasts. Ideally, major sporting championships are decided through close rivalries. However, that's rare in modern Formula One. The next best thing is witnessing a top-notch athlete and team working perfectly together, aiming for something close to perfection. In the high-stakes world of Formula One, nothing is certain. The only constant is the breakneck speed at which everything changes. And as Max Verstappen continues to defy expectations, we're left to ponder, what is the true cost of this incredible journey? The answer, it seems, lies somewhere on the razor's edge between triumph and folly.